And again, Meredith Willson brings you a tune you didn't expect to hear. The unforgettable Whistler and His Dog. Well, Ted Pearson, it's now my pleasant privilege to deliver to you for a brief interrogation the charming Florence Rice, who gave us that grand performance tonight.
Oh, that's nice of you, Robert, and very gracious of you, Florence.
Well, I don't even need my woman's intuition to tell me what you're going to ask, Ted. But quite frankly, I guess when it comes to coffee, it's about the same with me as with Una Merkel and lots of my friends here in Hollywood. I've always enjoyed good coffee. And when this good news program started, I naturally tried Maxwell House. I liked it a lot, and again, naturally,
Yes?
I began to use Maxwell House coffee in my home. I do quite a lot of entertaining, Ted, and I've noticed something. I wonder if you have, too. And that is that men in particular seem to enjoy Maxwell House. At least I've had more compliments on my coffee lately. Do you know something, Ted? I suspect...
Yes, Florence, you suspect what?
Well, I suspect that the way to a man's heart may be through a cup of coffee. Maxwell House preferred.
And I suspect you're right, Florence. And I further suspect that may be a valuable hint to women everywhere. Because Maxwell House is a real man's coffee. Yes, friends, as Florence Rice says, men do like the extra smooth, rich, full-bodied goodness of Maxwell House coffee. The feeling of warmth and well-being it brings. Its friendly stimulation that buoys you up and never lets you down. So if you haven't tried this superb coffee lately, why don't you get a pound of Maxwell House tomorrow, won't you?
We join Meredith Willson in the concert hall, where the lights have been dimmed to a prism of soft pastel shades and shadows to accentuate the mood for the rendition of Fritz Kreisler's immortal classic, the most beloved melody ever written for the violin, Caprice Viennois. Kind of forgive me for being a bit personal. I've always admired your physical prowess. But with all your responsibilities, I had no idea you could retain that youth and vitality all these years.
Thank you again. May I say that you're a pretty good specimen yourself, Bob.
Thank you.
Yourself, Bob.
Thank you. And now, Mr. McFadden, here is Freddy Bartholomew.
How do you do, Mr. McFadden?
How do you do, Freddy? It is indeed a real pleasure meeting you.
Well, thank you, sir. It's a real pleasure meeting you.
Mr. McFadden has come here tonight especially to talk to you, Freddy.
Yes, Freddy, for 17 years, since 1920, the readers of Photoplay magazine have selected what they believe to be the best motion picture of the year. In our latest poll, you was one of the stars in the winning picture selected by millions of Photoplay readers. And so, Freddy, I want to present to you this year's Photoplay medal for Captain Courageous, the outstanding picture of 1937.
Thank you very much, Mr. You know, I really wasn't responsible at all for the success of the picture. It was all due to Spencer Tracy and the others.
You're mistaken there, Freddy. Your work was beautifully done. I congratulate you. You're indeed a clever young trooper.
Well, thank you, sir. You know, that makes our respect for each other mutual. I understand that you, too, are interested in physical culture.
Yes, I dabble in it sometimes. But I didn't know that you followed anything of that kind.
Oh, yes, sir. At 14 years of age, I still possess the same youthful vigor and the same vital interest in life as I did at 7.
Remarkable indeed. But I'll tell you what. We'll give you a little more time, say about 10 years, and then I'll challenge you to a wrestling match. And we'll determine then which system of health is the best.
Well, I shall start training immediately. And as for the wager, let me think. I think I could manage up to the sum of 15, 16, 7... Yes, 17 cents. You understand, sir, the recession and everything.
Done, my boy. Cheerio. Until then, Master Bartholomew.
And as we say in America, Mr. McFadden, I'll be seeing you, pal. And really, in behalf of everyone concerned, thank you for the wonderful award.
Next week, we're going to have another great show, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm sure you won't want to miss. All your regular favorites will be here.
Excuse me, Bob.
Yes.
Here's a message that just came for you.
Oh, thanks, Ed. Say, listen to this. In addition to our regular cast, next week we're going to do a preview of Test Pilot with Clark Gable, Myrna Loy, and Lionel Barrymore. What a show that's going to be. Fanny, Brice, and Hanley Stafford, Frank Morgan, Judy Garland, Meredith Wilson, plus these stars of Test Pilot. Be sure you don't miss it. Your ticket of admission is just your loyalty to Maxwell House Coffee. So enjoy yourself with us next Thursday, and in the meantime, go to the movies and take the family with you. This is Bob Taylor saying good night. See you next Thursday.
Heard on tonight's program, the College Swing from the picture of the same name. Ted Pearson saying good night and good luck for the makers of Maxwell House, the coffee that's always good to the last drop. This is the National Broadcasting Company.